Oh, he was there that night. Any memory of Tiny the Terrible?
Oh my God, Tiny the Terrible, man. I've had some. That guy is just a trip. Uh, I got so many memories of Tiny the Terrible between Primal and just working with him on the same card. I mean, I remember doing a show out in Adams, and he was on the card. And out in Adams, they have the place. The venue is like there's a neighborhood right behind the venue. And I remember he was like out there and he could smell food. And he goes and he leaves the parking lot. He rounds the corner and he starts walking into this driveway where this family's having a barbecue. And I'll never forget. He puts his hands up. He goes, "Hey, don't be alarmed. I'm just a little black midget. I'm not a baby bear. I can smell the food. I just want to see if I can." So that's the type of crap that Tiny would pull. He'd have a ladder match with another midget, and it would be like a 3 foot high step ladder. You know what I mean? It he was a trip. I'll never forget. He was running for like city council or something in Providence or something. I'm like, dude, like you're fucked, bro. Like it's. But Tiny was always another one that was really good friends with Jose. Um, Jose kind of really, when the whole midget thing was like a sideshow attraction, um, in wrestling at the time, and Jose really let Tiny be like one of the boys instead of just like the sideshow thing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Tiny's always been a trip.
I actually talked to Tiny tonight on the phone.
Did you really?
I messaged him. I wrote this as doing an interview. Somebody gave me his number, and I'm like, so and so gave me a number, man. I'm doing this thing. He messaged me back. You want me to talk? You better have some money.
Oh my God, figures.
I'm like, bro,
That
I
dude
don't have no
always trying
money.
to.
I'm out with a hurt back, just sitting home doing this stuff because I got time trying to put people's footage online. I'm
Fuck
like, yeah, I
him.
hope you're doing good, Tiny. I get your footage on there if you want to see some stuff, whatever. I was just nice to him.
Yeah.
So like a couple
But
days later today, he calls me. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know who you were. I talked to Shiki. He says you're cool." He's like, "I'll do whatever you want, man. Yeah, you're cool. I know
yeah,
you're cool. I didn't know who you were." Okay.
yeah, he and that's Tiny in a nutshell. Like, you know what I mean? He really like, and I get it. You know what I mean? He profits off of what he is, and if he didn't know which direction it was coming in, then he's like, shit, you want an interview, you better pay me. But again, you know what I mean? Your name got thrown out there by somebody else, and Tiny's always been really cool like that, you know what I mean? If he knows that you came, you know, with backing from one of the boys, he ain't it's not crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally got it. But I told him, I'm like, oh, I've been talking to Jose, I've been talking to Verdi, I've been talking to Diamond, Dave Donovan. This guy goes, I don't know none of them.
Yeah, because he probably owes them money, the motherfucker.
It was just funny as hell. I was laughing, But today he called
Yeah,
me. It was cool as shit. He goes, you know what? I'm gonna do a shoot interview. You're gonna do a Tiny shoot. I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna help you out. He goes, if you ain't afraid to hear what Tiny has to say and put it up, if you ain't scared, you'll make money off of that. He goes, I'll do it for you for nothing. But today he was
that's
cool as
great.
shit. Once he knew I was cool, he was fucking cool.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
before that, he was
absolutely.
like, screw you, give me money. But as soon as
Yeah,
somebody said I was cool, he was cool.
yeah. That's it. Dude. The first time I met Tiny, I thought he was a prick. Like I'm like, dude, what an asshole. Like, yo, you're a midget. You're getting booked on shows left and right, bro. You know what I mean? And once you really get to know him and you kind of know what he's about, dude. He's a funny bastard. Um, dude, actually, it's funny because the first time I met Tiny, I'm like, wow, what a dickhead. Then a few weeks later, I'll never forget. I'm watching Jerry Springer, and I'm sitting there watching Jerry Springer, and who do I see go up on stage but Chris Blackheart? And I'm going, what the hell? What the hell is he doing on Jerry Springer? Now, his girlfriend, which really wasn't his girlfriend, was cheating on him in the episode. So then they're like, well, we're going to bring him out. They bring out Tiny the Terrible. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. So that was my first, like, I'm like, wow, what a dickhead. And then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I see him on Jerry Springer. I'm like, this dude is a freaking riot. But that was
No,
my first initial meeting with Tiny the Terrible.
no, I get it because I just don't know. Like you, when I'm bugging you for this, like I don't know you, so it's hard. Like Verdi, Jose, them guys I know from back in the day. It's
Yeah.
hard the people I don't know. I'm like, dude, I'm just a dude that's a fan, and I used to help out
Yeah.
like George
And
with the
listen,
booking
man,
and
like I said, my life is a little bit stressful, man. Like it just, like, believe me, wrestling was so much easier. And like, now that, I have my time, it was tough because I didn't have children until later on in life. So my 13 to 15 years of wrestling, I didn't have kids that I